Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I am going to be showing you all how I made this farmhouse sign. It was inspired by this one that I found online, and this one was $39.99. Yes, $39.99. And I was able to recreate mine for I would say around $7. So the first thing I did was I bought these little stencils from Hobby Lobby, and I think they were like $4.99, but I used my 40% off coupon. And I wanted to be able to have these because I like to do a lot of stenciling stuff, and I didn't have any letters yet. So I got these, and the first thing I did was trace out the word farmhouse with these. And I am just using regular old poster board that I bought at Dollar Tree. I want to say they're 2 for $1 or $1 a piece. I can't remember. So once you have, and sorry about the focus, you guys. I don't know what the heck is going on with my camera. So once you have all the letters stenciled out, you're going to want to cut them out. And I wanted them to be a little bit bigger, so I didn't cut exactly on the line. I cut like a little on the outside of it, just so the letters were a little bit bigger. And once you have those letters cut out, I'm going to go out and spray paint. I'm using a deep gray matte finish spray paint that I picked up at Hobby Lobby, and I'm just going to go ahead and spray the letters. And now I'm taking, this is cardstock that I got at Hobby Lobby as well. It just looks like white wood, and I'm just going to cut it because I want to, this is going to be the background for the farmhouse word. So I just want to cut it and make it like, I think I did like 6 inches. So actually, you guys are going to laugh. So originally I was going to have the wood going horizontal, but then I realized I wanted it to go vertical. So I was very confused at this point because I was trying to figure out how I was going to make them go together. So I actually ended up not even using those pieces. I ended up cutting the other ones so that the wood was going vertical, and I just liked how that looked better. So it's totally up to you guys however you want the wood to go, but yeah, just make sure you cut them all the same. So next what I'm doing, I am just laying them on the poster board, and then I am going to Mod Podge them on there just so that they are in place. And keep in mind, you guys, I end up not even using this side of the paper. I will show you, I end up turning the paper around and making it vertical, but I just want to show you guys what I was doing. I was just taking a little makeup sponge and sponging the Mod Podge just to get it to lay flat, and then I did take the Mod Podge and cover the entire thing too, just so that it would all lay down flat. And then I'm going to show you guys how I cut out the poster board, and I just took my box cutters and just cut it. I cut it on top of another piece of cardboard so that it wouldn't hurt my countertop. And I just cut the wood out so that it was just one piece. And then I will show you how I went back and redid the cardstock. So once you have the poster board cut to how you want it, there are some little foam pieces that were sticking out. So I just wanted to cut all of those off. And then I also took my Mod Podge and just put that all along the edges so that I felt like it would just kind of seal everything in and hold everything in place so that it wouldn't, like the foam wouldn't shed. Alright, now once the letters are dry, you're going to go ahead and just place them on the poster board and just kind of get them spaced out how you want them. So keep in mind that this is not the one I'm using. I am not sure when I realized that I don't like how this looks, but I will show you guys how I ended up just flipping it over and then gluing the paper on the back side. So it was pretty easy because I didn't have to like cut anything else out. I was able to just do that pretty easily. But before we get into that, I'm going to show you guys how I make these look galvanized. So that's what the mat looks like, and I'm going in with this platinum just craft paint that I've had, and I'm taking a little sponge that I had, and I'm just gonna like sponge the letters, and it just gives it this awesome metallic galvanized look. The sponge, I can't even remember where I got the sponge. It's probably from Hobby Lobby, but it was a huge piece and I just cut off a little tiny piece, and it has come in so handy, and it just, I don't know, I just love the way that it looks.
If you believe in me, hold me and let me in. If you
So now is about the time that I realized, well, I don't really like how the stripes are going. So I actually took the pieces that were already cut. I could just put them the other way. I didn't want this many seams because I had to glue like 4 or 5 pieces on, but it ended up working out okay, and you can't even see them. So I'm just taking my Mod Podge and I'm gluing them on now, going vertical, just because I like how that looks better. It's totally up to you guys, however you want it to look, but so I just flipped it over and I'm just gluing this on the other side. All right, now for probably one of the most important parts, I am taking this little sticky, it's like tape, but it's thick. It's just like little foam sticky things, and it comes in a roll, and I think I got it from Dollar Tree. And I'm just putting this on the back of all the letters before I stick it on, and it's just gonna give it some more dimension. So it's not, so the letters aren't completely flat on the foam board. So it's just gonna kind of make it look like it really is metal, because they're sticking away from the poster board. And I just thought this gave it a really cool look and just added some texture to it.
We can run the world. Well, let us run. Well, let us run. Oh, we can run the world.
So this is how it's looking right now. You could totally leave it like this, but I just wasn't completely happy with it. I thought, I wasn't planning to do this, but I decided to make it look a little rusty. So I'm using some black craft paint and just like a coppery rusty color. And I'm just gonna mix those together and just paint the very edges of all the letters and just make them look a little bit rustic. So this is how the sign is looking now. I think it looks awesome. I actually ended up hanging it up like this, and then the more I looked at it, I was like, this does not look finished. But I'm pretty happy with how it actually looks kind of like metal. I was really surprised that it turned out like that, and I like how the rusty part looks. So I hung it up, but I decided to add a frame to it. So let me show you guys how I did that. So I was really happy to find these 11 by 14 frames from Dollar Tree. I don't know that I've ever seen them this size at Dollar Tree before. So the one I bought, the glass was actually broken. I did not realize that, but that's okay because I don't need the glass. So yeah, you're just gonna wanna use the frame part. So I just took off the wrapping and took the glass out and the paper, and you're just gonna use the frame. And then I'll show you guys how I was able to cut this part. So it was actually pretty easy just to kind of take these pieces apart. You're going to want to be really careful because they're very fragile, and they're not, obviously, they're not real wood. So they kind of just crumble. So you're going to want to try to get the staples out. I found like this little plier thing that my husband had in our junk drawer, and it worked out perfect. I was able just to pull them right out. And then you're going to want to make sure you pull out the other little tabs that usually hold the picture in place. You're going to want to pull those out too, and just make the frames completely bare. And then what I did was just went and measured it around the sign, and then I took, very carefully, I took a knife out in the garage and I cut them down to size how I needed them. And then once you have all the pieces cut to size, you're just going to want to go ahead and glue them on. And I used hot glue just to get it to stick initially, and then I took my stronger super glue or E6000, whatever I had, and then went back over it and glued it with that just so that it would stay in place. So the next thing I did was take a little bit of sandpaper, and I'm just gonna go ahead and scuff up the entire frame. There were some pieces that kind of got messed up when I was cutting it, so I just wanna have it all scuffed, and then I'm gonna go over and paint it a little bit just so it all looks the same. And honestly, you guys, like, it's hanging up kind of high in my living room, and you would never even know that the frame, that is not like a real frame. Unless you looked at it really, really closely. So if it has a couple little blemishes or whatever, it kind of makes it more rustic looking. So and for the paint, I just went ahead and took those same colors that I made for the rust, just the black and that little copper color, and I just went around the whole entire frame with just a little, like I wasn't really precise with it, you know. But yeah, I think it turned out really cute. Alright guys, this is the finished look. I think it turned out really cute. I mean, I think it kind of looks like real metal. You would never know it from far away. And yeah, like I said, I think I made it for like around $7. So I hope you guys enjoyed this DIY, and we'll see you guys all on my next video. Bye.